All right, guys, we got a low one here for the Trump administration. So we know that Trump's trying to abolish FEMA, right? And we have one of his supporters here, Josh Hawley, out of Missouri. So GOP senator begging for disaster aid after as FEMA snubs another red state. So this guy's over here begging Kristi Noem for emergency federal aid to Missouri, right? Because they're going through a storm situation. Let's get into this video. This is embarrassing for.
Commit to helping for those 3 major disaster declaration requests that are pending. Will you help expedite those, Secretary Noem, and get those in front of the president, get those approved? We are desperate for the assistance in Missouri.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Make sure the application gets to the White House as soon as possible.
Fantastic. Thank you. And can I also have your commitment that if and when the president approves a major disaster declaration for this storm that just happened on Friday in St. Louis, will you expedite as much as possible FEMA individual assistance for those who qualify for it in the St. Louis area?
Yes.
And I want to tell you just how important that is, because as I toured these streets and walked and talked to the residents, what I heard over and over is many of these folks don't have insurance.
Yeah.
You know, many of these folks, they either got their homes from a family member, or they bought them from a family member, so they don't have a mortgage on the property, and therefore they don't have homeowners insurance. So, as you know, having been a governor, in many instances, FEMA assistance is going to be the only assistance that they're commit to helping for those.
Yeah, man. And wasn't Trump the one that was, scolding Biden over not helping these people out when the hurricanes were happening in Kentucky, Missouri, Texas? Oh, he didn't help the people out there. He's sending all his money over to Ukraine, and he's doing it. He's doing one worse, man. He's cutting the only funding that these people possibly could have, right? There's already been 27 deaths, guys, reported from the funding that has been cut from the Trump administration, especially for the National Weather Service, where they send out weather reports overnight. If, like, let's say a hurricane or some type of storm is coming in the following day, people will be notified, right? And they cut that shit. And so 27 people actually died because they had no idea that there was a tornado or a storm or some shit that was about to happen. And again, we're seeing the situation happening with our airports. The airport towers are being underfunded. They're slashing people's jobs left and right. There's like 7 air traffic controllers when there's supposed to be 60 on duty, like some crazy number like that in Newark. And yeah, man, these things are all because these people actually had a system where they would go door to door to help some of these people that were victims of any of these weather storms. But all that is being cut, man, by the Trump administration. So it's like, and these are some of the worst storms that have ever happened in the history of any of these states, right? So yeah, man, absolute disaster.